The mysterious disappearance of a computer technician in the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon, located in the northwest of the U.S. state of Arizona and stretches over 446 kilometers. It's a place with a magnificent view and visited by 6 million tourists from all over the world every single year. It's an organized tourist spot, so it's hard to get lost. 4 years ago, an unlucky tourist mysteriously disappeared. In June 2016, well, actually a few years ago, 52-year-old former NASA computer programmer Floyd Roberts arrived at the Grand Canyon with his childhood friend Ned Bryant and his daughter Madeline. Ned and Madeline were experienced and very familiar with the area, including being members of the Grand Canyon Tourist Association. Roberts has been hiking regularly since 1992 in the Grand Canyon as well. On June 17, all three went to a place called Civit's Plateau, intending to spend 9 days there on a picturesque riverbank. On the first day, at 16:45, they decided to climb up a small hill to the top. They also decided to split up. Roberts decided to circle what he thought was an easiest route, and Ned Bryant and his daughter took a different route to the top, placing a bet on who would take the shortest route to get there the fastest. Ned Bryant and Madeline reached the top in short order. Roberts never did, and they thought he got stuck somewhere along the way, but Roberts did not show up for half an hour. They then carried him around the hill, fearing that they then went around the hill, fearing Robert might have fallen and injured himself, but they found no trace of him anywhere. They began to believe that Roberts had, for some reason, abandoned the route and returned back to where the tourists' original camp was. For several hours, they searched around the hill for footprints. Roberts was nowhere to be found in the camp either. Attempts to call him on his mobile phone were also unsuccessful. Mobile communication does not have a good signal in that area. They decided to stay in this place for the night and did not sleep until dawn, continuing to search the area without any results. So they called the officials of the national park and told them about the disappearance of their friend. That same day, a helicopter took off and search units with dogs began searching for him. They found nothing, and the dogs were unable to locate Roberts. It was also investigated that somehow Roberts had not returned home. No one had seen him at the tourist camp in the national park. The area around the hill was carefully examined, and there were no holes or caves that he could have fallen into. This hill was repeatedly examined by tourists, and the hiking trail, no one had disappeared without a trace there and Roberts knew this route well. He had a map with him, so his disappearance was very strange. Initially, about 15 people participated in the search, including dogs. Eventually, 7 ground teams and 1 helicopter were involved in an area covering 10 square miles. Searchers from Grand Canyon, Parishant, and Mojave County assisted the Grand Canyon National Park Search and Rescue Team. After 6 days, the search was escalated on June 24, but to no avail. He disappeared from the face of the earth. He had 2 large bottles of water with him and a week's worth of food in his backpack. So in theory, if he got lost off the trail, he could just sit in one spot and wait for them to find him. Floyd Roberts was never found that year or in subsequent years. His disappearance without a trace, his backpack, or other things were never found. He followed a path around the hill and simply disappeared, and not even the dogs could find his tracks on the path. Isn't that strange? Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.